How are we doing today?
Good, how about yourself?
Great.
This is the third floor of the new patient tower. This is the first floor that has the actual patient rooms in it.
Excellent. Let's go take a look. One of the things you can see here is you really begin to see the corridors begin to take shape. Early on in the planning phase, it looked to me like this was going to resemble a football, and the curvature of the wall is intentional to maximize window views, and one of the things that we think will be a nice amenity for the patients. When you look at all the planning that had to go into this to know exactly where everything was going to be run, the other thing I think is pretty amazing is the modeling technology that allows them during the planning process to actually place in a 3D model where each chase, pipe, run, electrical conduit is going to be placed, so that they don't, during the construction phase, then say, oh, well, this is great space for me to run my line. Too bad it's already taken.
Correct. And there's, you know, in healthcare construction, the above ceiling is very crowded, and it's always tough to finish coordination. And for example, because of that coordination, all this pipe, this copper pipe rack you see here was all prefabbed, off-site, brought up, and hung up just like you see.
On the roof of what was our two-story west addition that was constructed in the late 90s. This building was always designed to allow vertical expansion up above it, and you'll notice that we're using a different construction method in here with visible steel rather than the concrete cast in place that what you saw over on the west tower. That's really a factor of the weight, and the fact that we're building up above it occupied space. This is the method that had to be utilized. What you'll notice is there's still items that before this construction project began were in fact rooftop units that are now in what will be the third floor. Well, obviously they can't stay there, so one of the next phases of construction will be to relocate those onto the roof.
What they're installing is, it's called a monocoat fireproofing insulation that protects the steel. It provides up to like a 2-hour barrier of flame against the steel, and that's how you protect steel structures.
Fire safety in a healthcare facility is of paramount importance. So one of the features that I think is going to really help our staff carry out their work and enhance patient care is the decentralized nurse station. So this open area represents the outline of one, and whereas our rooms today really are laid out in almost a racetrack fashion with really 1 or 2 centralized nursing stations, this construction model uses a decentralized nurse station or staff area, if you will. And we think that's going to put people closer to the patient. And if you're closer to the patient, you're probably going to be able to meet their needs more completely. You'll be closer to where they are, and I think it's just going to lead to a greater staff-patient interaction.